Stay quiet. Stay alive. A Quiet Place Day 1 is now streaming on Paramount+. Experience the day the world went quiet in this terrifying continuation of the thrilling universe of A Quiet Place. When Sam returns home to New York City, she is thrown into a harrowing nightmare when mysterious creatures attack by hunting for sound. Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn star in A Quiet Place Day 1, now streaming on Paramount+. Rated PG-13. Head to ParamountPlus.com/quiet to try it free.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jen.
We're co-hosts of Murder Made Fiction, a podcast that looks at fictionalized adaptations of true crime.
That's Murder Made Fiction wherever you get your podcasts.
And until then, let's leave the murder on the screen.
Hello everyone. The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes, and if you'd like to hear the full episode, just head on over to patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today. Without further ado, here is your exclusive Patreon clip. This is the Abigail Hobbs episode.
There we go. Oh my god, it's so good to see Casey roll again.
I agree. I had to look back though, because I was like, okay, like this character, this Boyle character that she killed, I was like, shit, that feels like it was so long ago, because it was episode 3.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, I definitely was like, we've seen him before, because I remember thinking that the actor was attractive, because I'm shallow like that.
Sure.
But yeah, I was just like, we've been not stretching out, but we have been sporadically dipping back into this Abigail storyline. But I'm surprised at how vividly it all comes rushing back when she appears on screen.
It's so interesting. And with this episode specifically, it was kind of a case, though, where I was like, I feel like the procedural aspects are robbing this of some of the better serialized aspects. Like, look, do I love seeing Lance Henriksen show up as a killer of the week?
Sure.
Absolutely. I don't think this episode needed a killer of the week.
Oh my god, no. And I've got a quote from Brian Fuller, because it turns out he was actually doing AV Club interviews throughout most of the season. It's just that these later episodes were harder to find, so I randomly managed to find it. I've got a quote from him specifically about why that storyline is in here. But honestly, I agree with you. Apart from the jaw-dropping visual of this human totem pole that we opened the episode with, get this the fuck out of here. I don't need it.
Well, yeah, so full disclosure, so like the way I've been doing my notes for this is normally, Joe, I don't know how you do them, but like I just do like, notes in sequential order, whatever. But
yes, chronologically.
Yeah, chronologically. But for this show, what I've started doing is I separate my notes by subplot. So, it's like, what's going on with Will by himself, or Will and Hannibal, or murder of the week, or whatever. Usually it's a pretty even split between everything. And this one, it was like 75% Abigail Hobbs and like little less than a fourth of the murder of the week, and then one with just Will in the very beginning, because we learned this week that Will is losing time. But I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of ourselves, everyone. So this is written by Steve Lightfoot, who biggest credits to his name are the Punisher Netflix series, but also returning director Guillermo Navarro, who previously directed the episode Coquille.
Yes, and we will see him again in the future.
We will see him again. But sticking with our viewership from previous episodes, we're looking at 2.69 million viewers, earning a 1.0 out of 3 in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is an increase of 9%, a whopping 9% from the previous episode.
It's hilarious. It's like up 7%, down 6%, up 9%. I think you made a joke last month that said these numbers will never substantially improve. So folks, we're doing this if only to give you a sense of it's relatively consistent, all things considered, but at the same time, this was never a barn burner of a show. It was always a cult show.